Hello, my name is Juan Pablo Arcos, and today I'm going to talk about North Korea and its relation with press freedom. I consider this country to be a blind country. Why do I consider this? Well, we are going to figure it out in the following presentation. First of all, North Korea is an Asian country that has been in a totalitarian regime since the last century. The grandparent of the actual dictator Kim Jong-un was the first dictator of North Korea and held the power in 1948. This man passed his power to his son and later on to his grandson, which is Kim Jong-un. Well, Kim Jong-un has held the power since 2011 due to his father's death in this year. He has been a very controversial leader, mainly because of its bad relations with some leaders of the world, such as Donald Trump, the actual president of the United States of America. The arguments have been about a possible nuclear war because both North Korea and the United States of America have control of nuclear weapons. In that way, these two countries have been in an eternal fight, and the United States of America have put some restrictions, some financial and economic restrictions to this Asian country. In that way, they have been in a possible war, in a possible Cold War, since Donald Trump took power in the United States of America. And this is also why the international media has focused its attention in this North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un. Well, taking into account all of this, I made myself a question, which is, why has North Korea allowed in recent years some press freedom? Why can I say this? Well, in 2016, the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, allowed some foreign reporters go to Pyongyang, the capital of North Korea, and do their job related to some public events, some official events that were held in the capital. These events were related to people of the government of North Korea. This is why this was considered to be a huge step by academics, which thought that was a spot to consider North Korea to be an open country to the world. This is because a dictatorship such as the North Korean dictatorship was very and is still very close to the public. But we have to take into account something. Well, the Reporters Without Borders organization, which is an independent organization of journalists that research stuff related with journalism worldwide, ranked North Korea as the last country in a ranking of press freedom in the world. This was in the year 2017. Well, the ranking took into account four principal statements, which were: first one, the journalist security, which in North Korea does not exist, because being a journalist in North Korea is very dangerous. You can be in prison, you can be tortured, or you can even be killed in this country if you say or publish something harmful related with the Kim Jong-un's regime. The second statement says that media should be independent. Of course, in North Korea, the media isn't independent. The state controls and manipulates lots of news that are broadcast from the media of the country. The third statement says that the country should have legal framework related with press freedom. Surprisingly, North Korea does have this legal framework. However, in the practice, there is another thing. And in the last fourth statement, it says that media should be a plural one. In that way, there should not only exist one agents of news, but a lot of them. So the diversity of the public in North Korea can be represented by these media. However, in North Korea, there only exists one agent of news, which is called the Korean Central News Agency. And what happened with this agency? Well, these four statements were taken into account to rank North Korea as the last country in the ranking of press freedom in the world. But what happened? Well, these agents of news had some negotiations with AFP, which is the Agence France Presse, and allowed these foreign agents, to go to Pyongyang and do some research, do some reports about the events that were developed in Pyongyang. In that way, this was considered as a huge step. However, it is not really a huge step. We will see why. Well, the Committee to Protect Journalists, which is another organization, said that the existence of a Western news bureau offers a glimmer of hope that the regime is becoming slightly less hostile to the idea of outside contact. Before 2012, the only outside bureaus belonged to North Korean allies such as China, and interviews with government officials were seldom granted. Before the AP opened its bureau, there were virtually no images coming out of North Korea, let alone words. But I am going to explain why this isn't a great step. Well, North Korea wants only that the international media represents the Kim Jong-un's image as a good one, to avoid the conflict with the United States of America. However, there is no press freedom in the country, in the dictatorship. So the North Koreans can have like internet, they cannot search for anything related with internet, and can only hear about news with these only agents news that is related with the government. In that way, North Korea isn't opening its arms to press freedom, but it's opening its arms to the world so that the world can see them as the good guy in this conflict.